All right, and we live, man. What's up, everybody? Everybody that has stopped and tuned into this video, y'all go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate everybody who didn't stop by and clicked on this video. This is episode 31 of Off the Bench Podcast. This is your co-host O.
Your co-host Dion.
And man, we're gonna get right into it, man. NFL season, week 7, today, Sunday. A lot of good games going on. You know, the NFL season starting to heat up. We at the midway point. Also, we got a couple Eastern Conference basketball topics we can hit on today with the Eastern Conference standard predictions, and also we'll be giving out our opening day predictions that will happen on Tuesday. So we're gonna get right into it. Right now, we just got done turning off the Miami Dolphins Eagles game. It's currently like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Eagles are up 31-17. You know, the game basically over. So I want to hear your thoughts and takeaways on that game.
Uh, just keep week in, week out, just keep proving that, come out here and I don't disrespect the Miami Dolphins. I don't disrespect Tua. I don't disrespect Tyreek. I know how good these guys are. I know how great these guys are, especially Tyreek. I know how great he is. I know what type of receiver he is. Didn't expect him to be as good as he is. I stand on that when I said that from week 1. I didn't expect Tyreek to be 215 plus I didn't expect that. This man is doing it. But I had to see it against the upper echelon competition. We saw it against the Bills, and that was the first real test they really had. Besides, well, no, that was the first real test they actually had. They combined opponents was like 5-26 going into this game or something like that, and they got an opportunity to really show the world because it was Sunday Night Football prime time. Everybody watching, everybody at home seeing y'all play, and the offense wasn't terrible, but you know the Eagles. It just seemed like the Eagles they wasn't even at like they full potential either. It still seemed like they got another gear to hit, but it just they got a way better team. And talent showed. Jalen Waddle was hurt. He went out, but he came back. He finished the game. Tua was under a lot of duress. The Eagles' front line, his front seven is crazy. And Debo, he wasn't capping. That front seven, that D line make the corner Pro Bowl, the Pro Bowlers, the All Pros, because that interception the only interception they got in the game caused was because Jalen Carter, Hassan Reddick, Brandon, everybody was just in the backfield. Tua had nowhere to go. He not like a scrambling quarterback, so he tried to get it up there. Darius Slay came perfect position and just picked it off. I still look at both of these teams as like top 3 in their respective conferences. Not too much change for how I feel because I wasn't too high on the Dolphins. But they still a very good team, very well coached. But nothing too much change how I feel about the Dolphins. They still gonna have a great offense. Jalen Ramsey come back soon. They was missing somebody else, the other cornerback. What's his name? Xavier Howard. They was missing him too. They was playing with their backups basically. So they definitely gonna be a good team. But when I look at the AFC, I still got the Chiefs. I still would put the Bills over them. And depending on how the Ravens and the Bills, and the Dolphins go, because that's offense versus defense, really. So that'll just be a great. I got they top 3, top 4, top 5 in the respective conferences. So I don't really take nothing bad away from them.
I like what I seen from the Miami Dolphins in this game. Knowing we have to keep in mind that they was down 3 they started offensive linemen, left guard, left tackle, and they center. All was missing today. Also, you got to think they top 2 corners also was gone, not playing today as well. So they was going out there with a lot of reserves and substitutes and backups. And they went out there. They basically held up until like the I want to say like the last 6, 7, 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. That's when everything kind of started, changing tides a little bit. All the momentum started shifting towards the Philadelphia Eagles. But I like what I seen the Dolphins with. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm very encouraged from the coaching staff for all the things I just listed. We got 3 offensive linemen down. We going up against one of the best front fours, if not the best front four in the NFL, in the Philadelphia Eagles with Fletcher Cox, Sweat, Reddick, and you got Javon Carter. You got all these guys on the defensive line that you have to worry about and account for. Even if you had your main guy, so it's gonna be a hell of one long night for them offensive linemen, knowing that they was coming in trying to play a bigger role than what they normally play. The defensive side, That's probably where like their weakness is right now. But once again, this game, I feel like they held up good enough. They got a turnover. They got a pick six. This is without their top two corners as well. So you had Jalen Ramsey, you had Xavier Howard into the defense. I think you can see that front four to be able to be more comfortable to feel like okay we got some people in the secondary guys that can hold up, or we can go out there, we can just let our lay our heads loose and go after the quarterback. I don't know. I like what I seen from the Dolphins, but from the Eagles standpoint, Jalen Hurts, he didn't have the best of games. He still plays solid though. Not taking away from nothing away from Jalen Hurts. I still think he's still maybe a slight bit, still a little bit rusty. It was a couple passes that he threw behind AJ Brown, where AJ Brown could have probably possibly had more than what he had in the receiving field. I just think but towards the end of the game, like the second half, he started getting a little bit more comfortable. He started using his legs, his playmaking ability to extend and stretch plays out to in order to give his receivers a little bit more time to get open. I think that's what we've been missing from Jalen Hurts. Some what we've been seeing from last season, and not much of what we've been seeing from this season. But from both sides perspective, I like what I've seen from both. Win, lose, or draw is more so about how you play in the effort that you win or lose in, than more so than the actual result sometimes.
Yeah, if I say nothing. Yeah, if I say I don't nothing. I still feel the same. This game, not gonna say it really didn't do much, but it just put me in the solid state of mind. Just Eagles won by 14. I thought they was a better team. They won by 14, a marginal win. So, but with the Dolphins, they not too far behind them. They do got pieces, reinforcements coming in. But when they come, they just got to come in and they got to come in and be ready to. They said Jalen Ramsey was looking good at practice though earlier this week. They got to come in and be in on that because they defense can somewhat get to that offense's level, somewhat not all the way, but just somewhat to where they can get a lot of. They played a good defensive game today,
I say
but
their defense right now is probably like at a 6. They can get to like a 7.5, maybe a 8. They're gonna be straight.
I say it's like at a 5. If he could get to like a 6 to like a 7, that's really all they need. Like a above average, above. If they could get something like that, they'll be good. And I think Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey at the corner, they do got a nice interior front seven. I do they do got good safety. They got a decent team. I just think they exactly where I had them at coming into this year, and they do got the Chiefs coming up soon. So that's another test that they come in there and they beat the Chiefs. I can't say nothing about them.
And another thing, like with the Miami Dolphins, it's gonna be hard in this game that I took away. It's gonna be hard for you to be one of these upper echelon teams. Especially the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the best teams in the NFL. You giving out 10 penalties for 70 yards, helping them out. When the Eagles, they didn't give up no penalties and none of that for no yards. That's putting you behind the 8 ball already, knowing you're already down to your top defensive corners. That's you can't be doing that if you want to win, playoff games and Super Bowls and things like that. I think that's a sign of immaturity, and where signs of where they need to improve and grow on right there. That's one thing I didn't like it to not to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, he dropped a couple passes. I think one of them, the one pass he had dropped, I feel like he could have scored on that if he didn't drop it. The one he was coming up through
He
the
will
middle.
score, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that, and that would have been like a momentum shifter, momentum changer. They end up getting nothing out of that drive. No touchdown, no nothing. They end up having to punt the ball back to him, and they've kind of
Nah,
like,
they didn't take 3. They could have took 3. They won for it on
oh
fourth
yeah,
down.
fourth down, yeah, yeah. But it was a pass interference. They didn't call it Bradbury face mask.
They still should have just took 3 though. Take them points. They got to stop that next possession. I think, didn't they?
That was pick six.
Yeah, they would have been in perfect position. I think these analytics be fucking these teams up, and I think that's another thing. Like you were just talking about the undisciplined. It be from the whole organization. Like the Dolphins, not saying they're an undisciplined organization, but the analytics, I understand the analytics tell you to do that and do this. Chargers, they a victim of this too. The Cowboys, analytics can't run how you dictate your. If you could get 3 points, just get them 3 points. Your defense is holding this offense kind of decently good. Surprisingly, with all the injuries you got, yeah, they don't got 30 points on you yet. So you're doing a good job. They ain't even had 25 on you yet. You're doing a good job. You just and then you got a pick six, right? Well, they didn't know that at the time, but you go out here and you get a stop, you get the ball back, and then now you down 4 points. You kick another field goal, just say bare minimum. You kick another field goal, you down 1 point, and say if they do score, now you score, now you can go up by two. Instead of you, because they was playing behind from like that point, they get kicked that right there. I feel like they offense could have been like
They would
way
have been
more
up
free.
3.
Yeah, I think they would have, but again, analytics going for it on fourth now. I think it was like 4th and 4, 4th and 5. I was like, bro, just kick it. You at the 20, 20, 30, you like the 36, 20, 37. I was like, bro, just kick that. And they were like, they just went for it. And I was like, yeah. It's
Yeah. Then I just feel like in this game too, Tua was under way more duress too as well. Like I said, missing three offensive linemen. Chan didn't play today. And then you weren't able to run the ball, so you asked Tua to drop back more times than he usually do.
I don't know.
Getting
That
away
run
from
game got going in the second half.
more or less kinda. They still only had like 30 yards in the second half rushing.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Raheem Mostert had like 40 himself. He had -8 going into the half.
Yeah.
He rushed for like 50, 60 yards in like in the third quarter alone.
And
They
what
it
he
got.
end with?
I gotta have to see, but I know he rushed for 30, 40 in that quarter alone. But that run game got going a little bit in the second half. First half they couldn't get nothing going.
And I think that's part of their offense too. That's what helped them stretch space out the floor too as well. They helped them bring the safeties down in order to get Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, free lanes to obviously run past the defender. They got a lot of speed, a lot of speed. One thing about the Dolphins, they're gonna play sideline to sideline.
Yeah, he finished at 45.
45, so about 30 some, 30 plus,
Second
35
half,
plus. Yeah,
no 50. He
50.
had -8 going into halftime,
Mm-hmm.
so he had to get that 8 back to get to 0.
About 50 rushing yards.
About 53, 50. That's decent. They only was giving up 90 as a team, and it was showing too. They weren't giving up nothing that first half. It was looking grim. I like the Dolphins can't get done like this. They not gonna get done like this.
Just imagine if they had that run game the whole 4 quarters. You know,
I
that's what make them way more dynamic.
can't say that because the Eagles had things that didn't go their way either.
They didn't, but for the most part, they kind of did though. They just they QB I think this one of Jalen Hurts more cleaner games outside of that pick six.
I don't know. That fumble was terrible. That fumble was terrible. The fumble was terrible. That pick six was even worse.
I
This
mean,
wasn't a great game
I
from
mean that
Jalen
pick
Hurts.
six. I mean that was just a batted pass.
Yeah, but it was worse though because you giving points up off a mistake, which again you live with it because he went down and scored the next possession. But again, if you just taking it in a big game like that, you already got a fumble, and then
What you doing in that position?
what you mean what I'm doing?
What you doing?
What do you
You
mean?
Jalen Hurts, what you doing?
Trying not? I ain't saying he trying to. That's a terrible. I don't understand the question.
So if you cause Jalen Hurts, what else he was gonna do?
I ain't saying that the pick, what he had in mind was bad. I'm just saying the result of it was a pick. So the play was bad. It was a pick. I understand it was batted. Throw it into the
Yeah, but
dirt.
I'm saying, but that was one of his cleanest games.
I don't
Like
think so.
he didn't intentionally like just throw a bad pass.
I think this up there with one of his dirtiest games. I think the Washington game was worse when they played against the Commanders. I think he had like 3 interceptions. This is probably the he ain't been this and again he wasn't bad. I don't want to bash him, say he was bad. He had a good game, but it could have been cleaner because the Dolphins only had one turnover. So if he take one of those off, they probably win 21. It's probably more of a convincing game. If they don't get that pick six, the Dolphins probably lose by 21, 24 points. They probably don't score again. So it's just all those variables that go into it. I'm not saying that was a bad interception. I'm just saying it was an interception that led to a pick six. They got the momentum shifted. That changed the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, Jalen Hurts is one of those quarterbacks that can bounce back. I ain't saying he did nothing wrong. I ain't say I would have did nothing differently. I'm just saying it happened. Like if you miss the game winning shot, you gonna get criticized on it. You missed it. It's not a bad shot. You just missed. We gonna say something about it. But I think if he would have played a little cleaner, either the fumble or the pick, if one of those just would have been taken off the board, and Jalen Hurts would have had, yeah, because he did have damn near a perfect game. He had a rushing touchdown, few passing. He had a great game today. Him and Tua, it was a great game.
Yeah, it was. It was. I think really they both one of their better games too, especially with Tua. A lot of people doubted him already, saying he ain't went up to the level of competition. I think this is one of the games that he showed, especially against one of the top defenses with that front four. I think he played a very clean game as well too. No turnovers, no interceptions until the very end. And I just feel like that was like a miscommunication part on the receivers. You had two people in the same at the same spot, which I feel like Tua he still shouldn't have threw it, even though he was under pressure and he was trying to get something off because they was down trying to get a touchdown. But times like that you just throw it away and live to see another day. But next game we got the Chargers versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs ended up winning 31-17.
Man, Travis Kelsey is a bad boy. Travis Kelsey is a. I every year, every time we play the Chargers, I remember that as soon as the game tipped off, I was like, damn, Travis Kelsey. Last time we played him last year, he did go crazy, and shit, he went crazy. He had like 140 receiving yard in the first half. I'm like, bro, every time Taylor Swift come to a game, he gotta catch it. He gonna catch a touchdown. He gonna get 100 yards. If Taylor Swift is there, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Him and Mahomes, they got that connection. Him, Taylor Swift and Mahomes' wife, they like this. They got a handshake going on and stuff. They showing them all the time on the while the game going on. I know Travis be like, hey, Pat, Taylor here, they gonna be showing her. Let me get a touchdown today. If I'm open, feed me. He definitely was feeding them in that first half, and then he started getting covered a little bit more. Other receivers had to step up. Marquise Valdez-Scantling finally decided to catch some passes today. McCole Hardman, we got him back from the Jets. He made a great kick return, punt return. The Chargers, man, it's just so hard to gauge them though, bro, because they was in this game, and I know it's a divisional game. All of our games we play against them beat one score. This one wasn't, but most of them usually be one score games. And man, they got a great roster, but they always just come up short. They always just have short upcomings, and some of that be coaching, some of that be injuries, some of that be performance. Today, I think Justin Herbert, he didn't have a bad game again. Austin Eckler, he didn't have his greatest game. Keenan Allen was a no-show for majority of the game, and they still was in position to almost win. Defense, they was in there with them. They got a pick, but Justin Herbert, you throw two interceptions against the Kansas City Chiefs, you give them more opportunities on offense. They gonna score. They gonna connect on more likely than not, either 3 points or six. So it was just I just knew it was a matter of time, just how the game was going. And then once Justin Herbert threw that first interception, I was like, because it was like third quarter, fourth quarter maybe. I was like, yeah, this game finna be over with. We went up 14. I was like, he threw another one. I was like, yeah, this over with. It's every year though with the Chargers. They are a great team. Justin Herbert, still in my eyes, is like is for sure a top 10 quarterback. Keenan Allen, he making a case for top 10 wide receiver. Austin Eckler, before he got hurt last season, was a top 10 running back. Mike Williams, he can't stay hurt. They really the Clippers of football because they got a great team, but it's always injuries, it's always health, and but when they do be healthy, it's still something that hold them back. Like when the Clippers was up in the bubble, some still just held them back where they didn't get over that hump. Once the Chargers find something, whether it's getting a new coach or whatever it's got to be, because they got to do something quick. Justin Herbert ain't doing nothing but getting older, and there's more guys coming in and out. Keenan Allen not doing nothing but getting older. They got to make the most out of this team because it is sad to see these guys getting wasted for really a shit organization, bro. And it's just like, bro, y'all shouldn't be losing this many games. Look at y'all roster, bro. Y'all should be playoffs bare minimum. First round, tough loss, bare minimum. Last year was not a tough loss. Y'all should have won that game. Sold that. That's just the Chargers, though. I didn't really take too much from the Chiefs because, Pat, he was MVP Pat today. He showed us that MVP Pat performance. I was just looking at the Chargers, though, to see how they would respond from that Cowboys loss. Did the same shit. Didn't do nothing. Didn't do anything different. Didn't change nobody's mind. So now when they go on the sports shows tomorrow and everybody come for Kellen Moore, Brandon Staley, it's for good measures because y'all are giving these guys, y'all got a stacked roster, bro. Something got to come out of that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And uh, coming into the game, coming into the season, I was looking at the Chargers, hopefully being one of the elite premier teams in the NFL. And so far, in 7 weeks, they definitely have disappointed me. A couple bad losses on their resume already. The defense haven't been showing up. The offense, I just think they just need a little bit of retooling. I like Austin Eckler. I like Keenan Allen. I like Mike Williams and all those guys. Everett. All those guys are good target. I think the Chargers, they need to bring in somebody with that's a more younger who can be their wide receiver one. I think Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, better suited to be like the second, third option. If they can go and get somebody like a Chris Olave, like a not saying Chris Olave, I'm saying like one of those type of rims, a Christian Watson, a Christian Kirk, somebody like along those lines that can be able to like a young fresher legs at receiver. Because like you said, Keenan Allen, he's getting older in age. He's 31. Mike Williams, he's currently on injury reserve. Austin Eckler, he been hobbled and stuff like that. I think he got hurt a little bit in this game, ended up coming back. Uh, it just this game was just wasn't a very clean one from the Chargers. They were 6 of 14 on third down, and that's really where I feel like the game was won. The Chiefs was able to keep drives alive on third down, and opposed to the Chargers. The Chargers kept putting their defense in bad spots, kept trying their defense out there on the field every time. Weren't able to extend drives and put pressure on the Kansas City defense as much as they would. Also, like you once a saying they said, once somebody show you who they is, believe the first time, believe them. The Chargers, they got the worst pad defense in the league in the NFL, statistically, number wise and eye test wise. You can see it. They just got abused and dominated by CD Lamb and the Dallas Cowboys. Dak did a number on them, and they come back and followed it up with Sunday against the Chiefs, which is kind of they are a pass heavy team. But still, though, to allow 350 passing yards per game, they go a lot to do with like the defensive coordinator, the personnel you got on your defense. They got a bunch of run stoppers in the secondary. I feel like uh, they got a bunch of run stoppers and not enough coverage guys, and that's what hurt them a lot. Whenever they play a passing team they got weapons on the outside, and they'll be able to keep them at bay. Patrick Mahomes, he only got sacked one time, so when that defense not able to get sacks and put pressure on the quarterback, do all these things, and you need your secondary guys to hold up, they get torched and cooked. And that basically been the moral of the story for the Chargers. Really, like, not even been the offense, that secondary. The secondary been letting them down. Defense been letting them down. You can't be middle of the pack and run defense and dead last and pass defense.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win many games like that.
You not they gotta do something. They gotta figure something out. It's been too many years. It's been like the third year of this team kind of being together. If it ain't worked out, yeah, it's not gonna work out. They gotta reshuffle some things around. Cause man, I do think Justin Herbert can be elite, and I know people are not gonna put him in that category because he don't win in the playoffs, which I hate that because I mean it's only a few quarterbacks that gonna win in the playoffs if they
Facts.
elite. But if he once they do get the coaches and the scheme, and even he take another step to the whole team, then it will be like more validated. But right now it just be hard because it's not their fault. It's not his fault. The defense, yeah, they be getting their ass aired out. The Mac Jones had a historical game on them. Like one of his best games. If he didn't play today, Mac Jones didn't play today. His best game would have been against the Chargers this season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Chargers, and they can't be allowing that. They went and got Khalil Mack. They got Joey Bosa on their front line. They went and got Eric Kendricks from the Minnesota Vikings to help out with the run, do all these things. You got Asante Samuel. You got Darren James. They went and traded J.C. Jackson. I don't know what they did. He one of the best covered.
Nah. He been cooked.
You been cooked, man. I thought he would have been, but that's
No.
probably why they need to go and get guys who can play
Say,
coverage.
say he was cooked. I forgot who was he playing with before the Charger was
I
it
thought it was the
I
Patriots.
think it was, and people were like, "Damn, JC was really just a Patriots merchant." And I was like, "Bro," cause they had like it's full. I was like, "Bro, this nigga be getting cooked like that." I thought JC Jackson was like that.
Yeah,
I thought he was
best say because at the Patriots he was like
he
that.
was like that, bro. They showed his chart. I'm like, bro, he fooled them. Who he play for now? Somebody I don't even know. I know he did just get
He got.
traded a few like a week ago
I want to
maybe.
say the Broncos,
Broncos traded for JC.
but Jace, it was some team like that that
Um,
had traded for him like that.
I did see that, but man, bro, JC Jackson Oh no, he played with the Patriots.
Oh, he played for the
I
Patriots.
thought it was the Patriots.
That boy had
Yeah.
went back home.
That nigga said I gotta get my life together.
Man, and today was National Tight Ends Day. And Travis Kelce definitely put on a show for national tight. Well, all the tight ends did
Yeah,
the
they was
lead
going
tight end.
they was
They
going
were going
crazy.
crazy. 12 receptions, 179 a TD. That's
Going
crazy,
crazy.
bro.
My
And
dog.
I just seen a stat on Twitter. It said T. Kells and Pat Mahomes are the fourth quarterback tight end duo with 50 plus touchdowns.
I saw
Only
that.
only behind, of course, Gronk and Tom Brady, Jimmy Graham and Drew Brees, which y'all just one touchdown away from tying them. And it was some old another old, I forgot who they was, but I think that's a very interesting feat right there. That showed you how dynamic of that duo it is.
Feel like it's been overdue though. Damn. We just now get shit. I mean, that is a lot. That is a lot of touchdowns.
To one person, yeah.
Damn, I've been seeing it for so long. I thought 50 Ben came, but shit, that's a lot of touchdowns.
A
Mahomes
lot.
ain't even been there for half his career either. I mean, they came in and they just got to work.
Just got to work and just instantly clicked automatically. Probably one of the best duos in the NFL. If we
Which is again why I was torn that we got rid of Tyreek the Cheetah because you can't replace him. But again, that connection between 8, 7, and 15, I knew Andy Reid knew something. I knew he was like, man, Travis is the guy. We got to keep him. We can't get rid of him. He's the safety blanket. He's the guy that's gonna clear up all the mistakes in offense. When Mahomes needs somebody to go to. I mean, we would love to have Tyreek. Obviously, our pockets was low. Obviously, we ain't had the funds for it, But hey, all's well that ends well. Both he got his money, we got that ring. All's well that ends well.
And man, next up we got our last NFL game that we will discuss. And we got my boys,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, you
Them
can.
be more boys. Ravens versus Lions. We end up putting a hurting on them, 38-6. Uh, Coming in the Lions, they was 5-1. The teams they had beaten in order to get this that 5-1 record, they had beat the Chiefs with no Chris Jones, no Travis Kelce. I have to put the asterisk by there. I'm gonna tell you why in a few. They beat the Falcons, Packers, Panthers, and Tampa. The losses come from obviously us. We just put a hurting on them in the Seahawks. I put the asterisk by the Kansas City Chiefs because I said that after the game was played. You know, I'm not taking nothing away from the Lions. The Lions is a good team, one of the better teams in the NFC this season, one of the better, well-coached teams, one of the better defensive teams, physical teams. All those things is cool. But once you go up against defending champs and a team of that caliber like the Kansas City Chiefs, with the the connection that him and T. Kills possess that we just got done talking about, and also the dynamic that Chris Jones bring on the defensive side of the ball in order to help bring pressure on their quarterback and things of that nature. Because once the Lions had played the Chiefs, I don't think Jared Goff had got sacked like once or twice in that game. So that's a big part of what the Kansas City Chiefs were trying to do, and missing two of your top three players. You know, I'm happy to put an asterisk right there. Not taking nothing away from the Lions. Like I said, the Lions are a good team. You know, Also I just think the Lions they haven't been battle tested yet. This year. In the 5 games they have won, they only in the 5 games combined they only trail a total of 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So that means they've been putting from the go. They've been having the lead, taking charge. They haven't been playing from behind. They haven't been punching them out yet, and none of those things. So they haven't been faced with adversity, and that's what I was looking for coming in from this game, really from both sides. From our team, even though we have played a couple more challenges, but playing up against a 5-1 team. Because I asked somebody, I ain't gonna say their name. I asked somebody, I said, "How y'all think we gonna do against the Lions today?" That was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got the Lions. I wasn't mad at it. I was like, okay, I can see it. I respect it. Our offense, it's solid, it's decent with our receivers. They do got, uh, a thing with drops and all these things like that. But I said our defense, we got the number one defense in the league, so I'm gonna rely on that. Sure enough, you see what we did, 38-6. Uh, they average about 106 rushing yards. We only gave up about 92, 80-yard rushing. That just goes to show our defense right there. But I'm gonna go and let you talk before I just get to rambling off, rambling off, and
I
rambling
got a
off.
few questions. So are the Lions the NFC version of the Dolphins?
in terms of what?
The teams.
Not well.
They both ain't beat nobody. Well, I give the Lions even more credit. They beat us, and you don't give. I give them a lot of credit because shit, we would have beat a lot of teams without without them niggas. Even though they are our two, but we would have beat a lot of teams in that NFC, and a lot of teams in our division. But I see what you're saying though. That is an asterisk because that is two of our. So that's our second and third best player. But we are that nice to where I'm confident to where we 1 point away. We ain't get blown out.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they ain't really played nobody either. Dolphins ain't really played nobody. One been looking good. The other been looking good. One had injuries. The other had injuries because they lost. They was out of David Montgomery, the running back who literally who is the running back of their team, who gets it going in the backfield. Emmanuel Mosley was out. CJ Gardner Johnson, obviously on IR. They had two offensive tackles that was out, and they had to switch guards to tackle. They had a lot of injury problems that I didn't know about going into this game. But when they was talking, I was like, God, I was like, damn, they got all these people out.
Mm-hmm.
Man, bro, the game was just so fast, bro. It started so quick. The Ravens got the ball. It was fourth down like this, and they went for it on it was fourth and goal. Lamar kept it. I was like, oh shit, that's gonna set the tone. I'm like, but the Lions, they gotta respond. Didn't respond. Didn't do it. Ravens came back, scored again. I said, oh, this shit over. Ravens defense get another stop. Come back, score again. I'm like, bro, what's going on with the line? So I'm instantly like, bro, what's going on with the Lions? Now I'm like, what's going on? Why y'all looking like frauds all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
So I did get to do a little bit of my research. But are they the Miami Dolphins of the NFC?
I guess when you put into that perspective, yes, I do think they two different styles, obviously. But
Oh
when
yeah,
you
of
but when
course,
you
of course,
put
of
it
course.
into that perspective, yeah, my answer would be yeah.
Yeah, that because I do think because they are both dark horses of their conference. They haven't proved anything yet, but they on their way of proving. That's what I compare. I definitely compare those two teams together. But this game was a shitter for the Detroit Lions. You got to have some of these games in your season. It's gonna make you better for sure. You still got a young team, especially with all the injuries you had today. I think Jared Goff is probably the only like older guy in the offensive lineup today. You had two rookies, three fucking 3-year players or less. They didn't look good. They didn't look good for no parts of this game. They did not look good until like the last 10, 11, 12 minutes when Jameer Gibbs finally scored a touchdown. And even then they couldn't even get the extra points. So it don't even matter. But I don't really take too much away from the Lions. I just give a lot of cojones and a lot of respect to the Baltimore Ravens. I made a video a few weeks ago saying that when when the Ravens lost with all them drops, I forgot who they lost to, the Colts. And they had all them drops that game.
No, that was Steelers.
The Steelers, and they had all them drops. When everybody was dropping the ball, two people dropped it in. Everybody was dropping. I said Lamar Jackson, he's still a top 5 quarterback. Somebody pushed back. They said, how's he top 5? I'm like, what you mean how's he top 5? What has he not shown you to be top 5? I'm legitimately asking this man. Like, what hasn't he got? What he got to show you? I'm just saying, when he don't got the talent around him, he don't do it. That's a terrible thing to say. Lamar Jackson, out of any time, if you go through top 5 quarterbacks right now and just think about the talent they played with, Lamar Jackson is at the bottom of that. The talent he got right now ain't even just like elite. Nobody on that offense besides Mark Andrews is elite at their position. Nobody else at their position is top 2, top 3. Damn, not even cracking top 5 for real. And bro, they just put 40 points almost, and they could have scored 40, but John Harbaugh was, especially before halftime, they had it on first and goal. They had it on like 25-yard line. He like, man, just fuck it. Just let the clock run out. We ain't gonna even do nothing. I'm like, damn, bro, they up 28. They could have went up 35.
Yeah.
But they just chilling. We don't got to prove no point. We ain't got to do too much. What's understood ain't got to be, explained. The Baltimore Ravens defense is nice. The Lions, they gun bounce back. I don't know who they play next week, but after a loss like that, you got to bounce back. You got to bounce back. Same way the Dallas Cowboys did against the Niners. They bounce back that next week, no matter who you play. The next showing of you got to be you bouncing back. That's got to be you winning.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing on Lamar, a lot of people were saying they need the Baltimore Ravens not getting their money's worth out of Lamar. On the season, Lamar got 1,253 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the season. And a lot of his numbers get skewed a little bit. Like you said, the wide receiving group that he throwing the ball to are not very up to caliber of these other upper echelon quarterbacks that you think he don't got the same luxury of having these top tier threats at the wide receiver position. So he had to deal with drops and misreads, miscommunications on routes, and all those things like that, to where his numbers could have been better. Uh, but Lamar today, he was 21 to 27, a very clean game, 357 yards, 3 touchdowns. All touchdowns came in the first half because the game was basically over in the first half, 28-0. But uh, Lamar doing all this
Did you
without his,
see it? Like, did you go back and see it?
yeah,
Okay, I'm glad.
yeah, yeah.
I'm glad.
But yeah, Lamar, and he doing all this without his legs. This just goes to show you his growth in terms, because I think that's what people turn to overlook at Lamar. I think that's what been his biggest leap from last year to this year, his pocket presence. Just being comfortable in the pocket, making plays. He not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to extend plays to get his receivers more time to get open and free. And I think that's probably one of the biggest signs of growth that I've seen from Lamar. And moving forward, I want to keep seeing that from Lamar, because that's only that's step one. Now step two is just obviously this front office doing right by Lamar, get him a true number one receiver. Because Odell cool, Zay Flowers cool. Zay Flowers probably another 2-3 years, he probably will be like a wide receiver too in his league. Odell, in this juncture of his career, I
Man,
don't
you were
think.
trying to sell me on that shit.
And
That nigga Odell, I knew it, bro. He robbed her. 15 mil. They said his contract is 15 mil for Odell is crazy. For 2023 Odell, it's crazy. After he tore crazy. Crazy. Tell me that you got his stats on him?
no.
Oh my god, man, Odell.
But in that our defense been our strong suit on the season. They've been hard caps. They've been
Okay.
putting it on, man. They only today they only allowed 84 rushing yards. They made the other team go 5 of 16 on third down. They had 5 sacks, interception. First 7 drives of the game, 4 points, 2 interceptions, a fumble. Defense right there. On the season, they only allow 95 rushing yards. They average about 4 sacks per game. Allow about They only allowed 2 rushing yards in 7 games. The first rushing touchdown came from against Tennessee Titans, and that was last week. And that's to Derrick Henry, which we still kept Derrick Henry in check that game. He only had six rushing yards in the first half. But in 6 of our 7 opponents only scored 1 touchdown or fewer in our first 7 games. That just goes to show you that the Baltimore defense is playing up to the culture of what the standard of what the Baltimore Ravens defense is supposed to be. Last season they kind of took a step back. This season I see that approach. I see the physicality. I see everything. I like our front four. I like our linebacker core. I think we got the best linebacker core. We're tied with the 49ers at the linebacker core. And I think we got one of the best secondaries with Cal Hamilton, with Stone, with Marcus Williams, Marlowe over there. We can put Marlowe on the island, lay him, and he gonna strap season. This the type of game that I wanted to see from my Baltimore Ravens, man. Even though we got 2 losses on our record, though 2 losses was not from Lamar. Really, one thing from our team, the receivers. Receivers gotta catch passes, man. Today, like with the offense, we have 4 receivers 50 plus yards, 6 receivers 30 plus yards. That's the type of offense we need to play, a spread out game. Get a ball into our playmakers, and let Mark Andrews get his 1-on-ones. And that's our best way to play. Be physical football right there. Physical football at both line of scrimmages, D line, O line, ground and pound, and just let Lamar beat Lamar, because Lamar one of the ones I've been trying to tell y'all since day one, man. I think this the season, man. This the season. This the season we finally get over that hump. We just need eight. We need you healthy. When it really matters, that's when we need you. We can shock the world right there.
Sound good.
That's all you gotta say
Yeah,
before we move on.
I ain't got too much glazing on the Ravens to do.
Uh, but yeah, we're gonna go and get into our Eastern Conference predictions. Uh, You can start off with who you would think to
No,
be the
you
one
go
seed.
first. You go first.
I got the Boston Celtics
Me too.
as my one seed.
Me too.
Uh,
It's the eat. Come on now.
yeah, I was finna say I think the Eastern Conference is. I'm not gonna say it is weaker, but I think this season with you know how the West is gonna be way more tougher.
It's back how it used to be. It's definitely weaker. It's definitely
Yeah,
way
it is
weaker.
definitely weaker, but I think the East will still be competitive because it's still weak. You know, outside of the top two teams, the you know I ain't well obviously we know the top two teams.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of the top two teams, I feel like everybody pretty much evenly sound
So everybody else playing for third, basically.
in a sense. Cause
No,
look,
not even in. Nah, for real.
yeah, cause look,
Feel it, man. Them top two teams in the East, bro. They set the bar high.
yeah, so I set the
Cause
bar.
in
They
the
do.
West, the top three, like how my top three was, like all three of them was contenders. Man, top two in the East are contenders, and once you get to that third, it's a drop off. It's a mean drop off, like you dropping off a cliff.
And facts. Well, yeah, I got the Boston Celtics. I really feel like they're self-explanatory. They've been one of the best regular season teams the past couple seasons. One of the best offensive regular season teams in the past couple seasons. Last year they was one of the historic offenses in the regular season. You add somebody like Drew Holiday, you add Kristaps Porzingis, size, rim protection, spacing, and all those things of that nature. I think, and once again, the East is a little weak, a little Bambi leg. You know what I'm saying? At the so I got them as my number one.
Yeah, number two, I got the Bucks. It's the mean teams in green over there that's running the East so far this season. These the only two East teams that really made big moves in the offseason. Ironically, the Celtics' only move was coming because they got Drew Holiday from the Bucks. The Bucks, they were like, shit, we can go get Dame. You know what I mean? Portland, y'all can get Drew Holiday. Celtics said, no. We want that.
Yeah, we want
We
him.
want that. Come on. And they said, we ain't done either. Hey, watch. We want Porzingis. We want that.
Well, we got Porzingis first.
They did get Porzingis first, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah. They said we need this to finish the whole package off. They got that to finish the whole package off. But I look at the Bucks though with Damian Lillard, who are they two? Pat Connaughton maybe, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Brook Lopez. Again, always been a great regular season team. The last few years, I don't think they've been under two for a minute because they really some sweats. They probably not gonna get one. They'll definitely get two. They gonna always have that one or two spot. New coach, Adrian Griffin, AJ Griffin dad. Shout out to him. First time coach. Hopefully he can do something good with this team. Hopefully the players rally behind him. Hopefully these guys can give him everything he got. Damian Lillard, first time in a new organization, in a new setting. That's gonna be weird. Not weird to see, but like different. We've been seeing Dame our whole life, since he been in the NBA, our whole time with him in the NBA, in the red and white and black. Now he in the green and black playing with Giannis Antetokounmpo. We never seen him play with a guy like this, and vice versa. So I definitely think it can be it's interchangeable, but I got them being second place.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a lot of question marks coming in with the Bucks after watching, a few of their preseason games. Yes, it is preseason, but I was just looking at, just the style of play and like how their offense will be ran right there. It's still a little bit of questions, but we'll dive deeper into that once the season actually kick off. But my third seed will actually be the Cleveland Cavaliers. I like what the Cleveland Cavaliers did in the offseason, bringing Max Strus, a proven warrior who been in the moment, a knockdown shooter, and I feel like that's what they was lacking last year. 3 point spacing. So they went and get George Niang. They went and get Max Strus. Max Strus one of the best 3-and-D players. You still got Donovan Mitchell. I feel like they got a top three backcourt in the league. So you add that on top of, I think, Evan Mobley, he'll take a leap. Obviously, DG take a leap. You still got Karis LeVert. I just feel you still got JB Bickerstaff, still the coach of this team, of this franchise. I like the Cleveland Cavaliers. I like the construction of it. I like the build, and I also like the additions because they added on what they needed to instead of adding on just a useless piece with a sexy name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the Cavaliers 3-2, which sound crazy. Yeah, the East is just it's easier than the West because we seen these teams for the last few years. So the Cavaliers, they was I think the 4 seed. I think it was 4 seed last year, and they played against the Knicks in the first round. Yeah, I think they was the 4 seed, right?
Fifth seed.
They was fifth seed.
Knicks was 4 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were fourth and fifth. Then Nets was six. They played the 76ers.
I could have sworn they had home court advantage.
They probably did.
But anyway,
Same difference.
I just know they was a top 4 or 5 seed. They was good last season, and they did make great improvements to their team. Hopefully, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland can take another leap. Evan Mobley, he's still young, can take another leap. I think Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Max Drew's probably gonna start instead of Isaac Okoro, which I think he still got a role on his team to be a nice defender, a nice 3-and-D guy. If he can develop a three,
Especially, yeah.
he'll have a nice role on his team very soon. Imani Bates, I'm gonna see how they gonna
Forgot
enter.
about him.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how they involve him into the lineup. I like what the Cleveland Cavaliers doing. JB Bickerstaff is a great coach, been a good coach for a long time. I think they'll be a top three team in the East too. My fourth seed would be the Philadelphia 76ers though. I can give the reigning MVP no less than 4. I think Tyrese Maxey. I know they don't got James, and James, James Harden is really, a special guy. Cause man, I've never seen nobody be able to just force their way out of every situation, and he literally finds a way to do it better every time he does it. It's really a crazy thing to see, to witness, because it's basketball and it is really just crazy. But I'm not taking nothing away from him, but it's just wild because I ain't never seen a player force his way out that many, especially getting that good.
Mm-hmm.
This man forced his way out of Houston, where you started your career, Brooklyn, to go to Philly. Now you want out of Philly to go to LA, and you just want to go to LA. You don't want to go, no, you just want them to send you there. Man, send me to LA. Or what? Or what? What you
Send it.
Or what?
Send it.
But even with him doing that, it's crazy to say, like Tyrese Maxey was saying in his interview with JJ Redick. I mean, this normal. Like, this normal for Philadelphia 76ers players if you've been there for like 4 years, which this is, I think, Tyrese's 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
You be there. He kept mentioning Tobias and Joel because and Danny Green because he was there at the time. But them the only guys who still there from those teams, and he just be like, man, we've been here before. The Ben Simmons situation was damn near just as worse as this because Ben never suited up after losing the playoff. Yeah, Ben never. This the same situation. And they came in this season. They was the what? No, that was last season. They was the like 3 or 4 seed going into that year. I think Joel Embiid gonna be a great regular season player. Tyrese Maxey got to jump. Tobias Harris probably gonna stay the same. Patrick Beverly coming off that bench. Hopefully Pat Bev can instill some dog into those guys. He got PJ Tucker and Pat Bev. We never seen 2 dogs like that on the team at once. So hopefully they can instill some dog mentality into that Philadelphia, because
Pat Bev and PJ Tucker went on that same Rockets team.
Were they? They may have been. I don't know.
I thought they was.
They may have been. I don't think so. PJ, nah, hell no. Nah, he was off that. PJ didn't get there to like what, 15? Nah. They weren't on the same. They never played on the same team because he was Pat Bev. He left the Rockets before when Harden was getting good. PJ didn't get there until Harden was like MVP. So yeah, they never caught. They could have brought some dog mentality to that situation. They could have brought some dog mentality there, but now they in Philly. The whole, Philly is grit. It's tough. It's hard. It's struggle. That's what they like to play. The fans, they going to let you know. They going to love Pat Bev because Pat Bev going to let the team know. He going to let the coach know. If the ref ain't doing his job, he going to pull out the film. He going to let the ref know. That's what they need in the locker room. They need a guy like that. And not to start, which I'm glad they not starting them because you got Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is going to take a nice leap this season. And I'm out hearing him talk and hearing him, see how he prepare for this season. Because he said going into 2 years ago when there was no Ben and no James yet, because Ben wasn't playing and James wasn't traded for yet, he said it was hard because I had to be the facilitator sometimes. And then once Ben came back or once we traded for James, it was like, okay, Tyrese, go back to being like a spot up. Mm-hmm. He said now it's like I understand my role since James not going to be there. And if we do trade him, we probably not going to trade him for like a guard. So I know my role going into this year.
Yeah.
And I just think that's amazing. Like, that's good for a year, like 3 or 4 player playing with an MVP candidate in Joel. Because Joel got trust in him. He was talking about him in the interview, and he was just like, me and Joel, me and my trainer, we work on that bounce pass off the slip, off the pick and roll.
Pocket pass.
Yeah, just every type of pass. They call it the bad pass. Because
when Joel passed into him.
No. When
Joel passing out of double teams, passing into Tyrese Maxey.
No, he's on. This was pick and roll. You watched the interview?
Yeah.
No, I think they talking about pick and roll. Cause he said me and my trainer was working on the pick and roll.
Yeah, he was like, working on the pick and roll, and he was like, even me and Joel, cause we'll be working on the bad pass.
No, he said
like we'll throw it out.
No, he said me and my homeboys. He said anybody that's there, we work on that. That's what he never say he and Joel worked on it. He said
Yeah, I know.
him and his trainer. What we talking about the same thing?
Yeah, but I'm saying the pass coming from out the post, from like
I
it's
think he
acting
was
like
talking. I think he was still talking about play. You should be right, but I think he was talking about playmaking too, bounce pass, because he said he was making the bounce passes, working on everything off the pick and roll situation. Being a lead guard now, finally, and I think he'll average 20. I think he can average like 22 points, 6 7 assists, and I think Tyrese Maxey gonna have a big season this year with a lot of opportunity.
yeah, I got them as my fourth seed as well too. I think a lot of addition that they brought in over the summer that's flying under the radar that I think will be a major contributor is Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre is a wing player that I feel like they needed last year. You know, you add Kelly Oubre to the team who can bring size and versatility on the wing. You know, who can shoot the ball, who can slash to the rim, who can also defend.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I've seen Kelly Oubre live, personal. I don't know. I just don't think he produced the winning ball. Now, no disrespect to his game whatsoever, but it is basketball players like that just don't contribute to winning ball. Empty
Hmm.
stats. Looking at Kelly Oubre with the Warriors, and then we'll see him with the Hornets, whether it was bad situations and stuff. I just seeing how he played, like the idea of Kelly Oubre is like nice 3-and-D slasher. That's what he was with the Phoenix Suns. If he could be that, but now he's just more so of a score. Now he want to be more so of a scorer, more so of a offense. A TJ Warren ass nigga. Stay that 3-and-D.
I think which he will. I think with this with Nick Nurse being a coach, with his identity that he trying to bring, with him coming into a new situation, a situation that he haven't been a part of, and with
What's
you
the
know,
situation?
huh?
What's the situation he never been a part of?
The 76ers.
He can said that with the Hornets or the Warriors
Yeah, but
or the Wizards.
the Wizards, he didn't have a Joel on the team.
Mm-hmm.
The Hornets didn't have a Joel on the team. With the Warriors weren't competing at that time when he was on the team. That was 2021 when Clay was hurt, when Wig first got
I
there.
know when it was, but shit, we was damn near. We was close. We was in the play-in.
Yeah, I know.
7 seed, 8 seed, I think. And shit, I don't. Like I say, I'm not saying you wrong, but the idea of Kelly Oubre just one of those guys. It's just, man, a guy that good, man, like a guy that like, because PJ Tucker is a different type of guy. He's a role player. Kelly Oubre, if he could just be a role player, a consistent 3-and-D person, where you don't need, and you can get the ISO opportunities with the 76ers, you gonna have them, because you gonna need some shot making on that team. It's not too much over there going on, so they gonna need Kelly Oubre. But again, they gonna need the idea of him, not what we've been seeing the last few years, because he been hurt, he been dealing with injury too. He's just been, just been on the decline. Because I'm a big Kelly Oubre fan. He went to Kansas. He went a few years before Wiggins and all them. He played with the Warriors, played with the Hornets with LaMelo. I ain't got no problem with him, but it's just, man, because I be giving them the, because he ain't young no more either. Because I be trying to convince myself on Kelly Oubre, like, man, every team, he going to be good for this team.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like he ain't showed me that yet, because I don't know. Kelly Oubre, I don't know. He was great with the Suns. I don't know if it was just the vibes out there, the aura, what, I don't know. When he was with them, if he could get to that version with the 76ers, being that type of Kelly, boy, this team, man, I probably had them 3 seed for real.
But add somebody like Kelly Oubre, then you still got DeAnthony Milton over there on that team. You expecting a lead from Tyrese Maxey. Joel gonna be Joel. You bring in somebody like Pat Bev on your bench when you already got PJ Tucker, who can bring that meanness, that toughness to your team. You know, they can bring that type of identity to your team is what you need. I think the only thing that they missing right now is a backup big for Joel. And outside of that, uh, I like the construction of this team and what they did. They made some very low key off season moves. That would be my fourth seed. My 5 seed. Now this might be a surprise to people. Well, no, I'm gonna say my fifth seed would be the New York Knicks. New York Knicks. I like what they did last season. I feel like they can build off what they did last season, even though they was the fifth seed last year, or the fourth seed, whichever one. Uh, they can still build on that. I feel like they didn't get better in terms of like additions wise, but I feel like with them being, a year together, we done went through the fire, we done went through the playoffs. We all understand. No, they did. They had DiVincenzo, who I feel like will be a good complementary piece off that bench. I just like this Knicks team. I think they very tough. They're gonna be well coached. They're gonna be physical. They're gonna be a solid defensive team. I like Jalen. I like Jalen Brunson. I'm expecting Jalen Brunson to keep playing at the level he was at last year. Julius Randle, hit or miss, so I really don't know with him. But hopefully he at the playing at that level caliber where he's the all-star type of player. Uh, Josh Hart, you just know what you getting from the New York Knicks guys. Like to me, like all those guys know their role. From the center to the every position. RJ Barrett, all those guys. I feel like they know their role. Coach Tom Thibodeau, he a good coach. I like that roster, and I like the Knicks at 5.
They got the Atlanta Hawks. I think Trae Young finna have a great season this year. Full first year with Quinn Snyder. Got him last season. Really didn't work out as good as it did, but they did take the Celtics to 6 games, which was a surprising thing to even me because I thought they would get either swept or losing 5. So they had good things building off into finishing the season. But even coming into the season this year, DeJounte Murray there for a full offseason training camp. I think they'll figure it out offensively. I think defensively, they know the role. Trey get the worst man, and DeJounte, you get whoever the lead guard is. So defensively, they got it, but I think offensively, they need to know how to play off each other, which I think they'll understand and get more comfortable playing with each other. Losing John Collins, which I guess what's the problem because he been in trade talks for 4 or 5 years now. Finally traded off of him. DeAndre Hunter, expect a big breakout, a big leap from him. Sadiq Bey got more opportunity. AJ Griffin is gonna be a nice wing for them, and Jalen Johnson. They wing depth. They got a nice surplus. They remind me of the Phoenix Suns when they had the young wings, when McHale and Cam before they was like as good as they are now. Cam, and then they even had the older guys like Jay Crowder was on that team. Forgot who else was on what other wing they had. But this is what that remind me of. They got a surplus of wings that they can just pick from, and whichever one's pan out, it's gonna be at least 2 of them, which I don't know which 2 it is. Maybe DeAndre and AJ, and maybe Jalen Johnson and AJ, and maybe Sadiq and DeAndre. But they got big old Onyeka Okongwu, baby Clint Capella. I like this team, man. I really do, especially in the East. Last year, I don't know. It was just a bad year for the Atlanta Hawks, but I think this team they showed it time and time again that Trae Young he could lead a top 5, top 10 offense in the NBA by himself. It just so happens like how bought in are they into this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll come in with a great mindset this year. I'm loving Trae Young. I'm loving what he's gonna do this season. But I got the Knicks right under that though, so I don't really got no pushback on what you said. I agree on everything you said. Great coach team. I really don't see no fall off. I just do think the Atlanta Hawks will take a better step than what they did last year. Last year they was trash, and they still made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they was through the play in, but they still made it. Took the Celtics to 6. I think they gonna build off what they did, getting rid of John Collins, figuring out this new offensive system, defensive system, how to get the best out of everybody. So they my 5, and the Knicks will be my 6.
I like that because the Atlanta Hawks is my six seed. They will be.
The East really easier than the West. I ain't gonna lie.
I got them as my last playoff team. Like you said, a year removed from the acquisition from DeJounte Murray. You get a full off season, full training camp, a full preseason. Then you can come in and play your 82 games together and get that full chemistry and bond and continuity in order to once you get time to the nitty gritty. But the team is a good, well-rounded team. They got size, they got length, they got. I think the only thing that they missing is shooting, floor space, and I don't think they just got a sniper on their team. Trae Young can shoot the three and things like that. I think that's where Dejounte Murray probably where he needs to be looking to take a leap in his game this season. It's his catch and shoot threes, his catch and shoot opportunity to be able to space the floor out for each other to be able to play off each other better. Uh, they did bring in Quinn Snyder, where I feel like it was much needed because I don't think the Atlanta Hawks and the team and Trae Young was getting along with the head coach, the previous head coach, and probably why they weren't buying into everything that they were telling them and things of that nature like that. Uh, and Trae Young, I got faith in Trae Young. To me, he a top 5 point guard. A lot of people don't like to give Trae Young his respect. Trae Young did a lot of these things that the people that they be trying to put over him haven't done yet in their career. So I got the Atlanta Hawks as my 6th seed as well too. So
Yeah, the East definitely kind of easy. Next seed, I got the Miami Heat. It took me a lot not to put them in the playoffs, but I was like, damn, Spo not going for that. It don't matter how serious Jimmy is or how unserious he is. They gonna make the playoffs. I can't give them no less than 7. I think they was an 8th seed last year. I just don't think they'll be an 8th seed this year. I think they'll have the home court advantage in the play-in, win the first game because they lost to the Hawks last year. So I think they'll just win the first, handle business, be the 7th seed, which they probably should have been this year. Played that extra game, made the road a little harder. They ain't care. They just want to get there. So I got
Mm-hmm.
them 7th seed. We already know what the Heat is about. Heat culture is a real thing, and I think they'll be a 7th seed. But playoff time, they'll be ready.
Yeah. And I think my 7th seed is kind of a shocker. I think mine, the Indiana Pacers, man. I think the Indiana Pacers gonna kind of take that kind of the shock that hit you by surprise, like the Sacramento Kings was last season.
I don't think they would.
What, the Pacers?
They was shit. I thought you were gonna say like the Magic. I was gonna say yeah, that shocked me. Pacers was good last season with Tyrese
Yeah, they was, but I just think what they was with like the 10th seed, 11th seed.
when they finished.
Yeah,
Yeah, they finished the 11th seed.
yeah, I think they can be definitely a because I had them as my 6th seed, but
That's not.
you made me remember the Hawks.
I
Uh,
was gonna say that's not ridiculous.
Yeah, that's I know it ain't. That's what I'm saying. But I just think, one of them teams, they haven't been there. A lot of people, don't really believe in them, don't really know about them like that. I think they can be a sleeper and a surprise a lot of people with with adding Bruce Brown, Obi Toppin, and those guys not big household names or anything like that. That's why I be trying to tell people it's not about the luxury names or cute names. It's about, the fit. How they gonna be able to play with your other star players. And I think Tyrese Maxey with him being your
Halliburton.
yeah, said Tyrese Maxey.
Everybody be doing that.
Tyrese Halliburton. I think with him being your, what I'm saying, your franchise player, your point guard, and the tools that he got, I think adding Obi Toppin and Bruce Brown, bro, that is perfect for what like Tyrese Halliburton try to do. Cause
Even yeah,
pass first. Jason Kidd, he a Jason Kidd type of point guard.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even shit in the draft, getting Jarris Walker, he baby Obi Toppin. So
Yeah.
it was good to see them even get Obi Toppin because shit, Jarris Walker, that's who you need to be modeling your game after. Because the way him and Tyrese gonna be on them breaks,
Boy.
Jarris, you shit, Obi Knight old, so shit, he'll probably be there for a year. But Jarris Walker, he can do all the things Obi Toppin can do. Probably not off rip, but man, this team, I'm high on this team too.
I think they will also be a very underrated defensive team too. With
Yeah, for sure.
Jarris Walker, he one of the best. You still got Miles Turner, uh, Bruce
Bruce Brown,
Brown. You got
Benedict.
Benedict Mathurin. You got size, length over there. You got cutters.
Hopefully Tyrese can do something defensively.
Yeah, do something.
But shit, I mean, even if he don't, I mean, he the best player.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And he the point guard. Yeah, and he the point guard. So shit, you got Bruce Brown at the 2, who he was just holding NBA Finals niggas. So shit.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference guys shouldn't be that tough.
Yeah, I like that team. You got Buddy Hield, one of the best catch and shoot 3-point shooters in the league.
Andrew Nembhard coming off the bench, one of the best backup bench point guards in the game. Niggas don't even know about Andrew Nembhard. Hey, bro is raw. Niggas do not know about
dude, right?
Yeah, that nigga is cold, bro.
They got some nice.
He was he be hooping, and that's why I'm so high on him. Even though I'm not too high on him, I got him. It's between them. They the AC for me. It was between them and the Heat, but again, I do think the Heat will beat them if it came to a 1-game elimination. But I do think they'll beat whoever come after that, and they'll beat them to make them the AC. And I do think they'll give the same way with the Hawks last year. They'll give the Celtics or the Bucks, whoever they play, a run for their money. Because when I look at
their team, got at your AC.
Yeah, they my AC. Because I look at this team, they got the shooting, they got like you said, the slashing, they got versatility, they got the defense,
length.
They got everything you need to start. They did the rebuild perfectly. They got their starting point guard. Benedict is gonna be a great player. And they got a perfect team to where they could just play like veteran guys in their starting lineup and have rookies and sophomores and third-year players like Benedict, Nembhard, Jarris Walker, all come off the bench and just learn in front of Tyrese Halliburton, Bruce Brown, Buddy Hield, Bruce Brown, Obi Toppin, Miles Turner. That's a good lineup. And then the bench to come in and have young guys.
TJ McConnell.
Is he still there? I think he may have signed to a different team this season.
Hey, but would it be a surprise? Would it shock you if they was a top 6 seed?
No, it wasn't because they was the top. They was the top 5 seed last year with Tyrese, and I think they got better. And the only reason they failed was because Tyrese stopped playing. He was hurt.
Cause I was gonna put them as my fifth seed. Cause that's why I was like, a lot of people, I know I'm gonna raise a lot of feathers with that one, but I think they your seventh seed. My eighth seed would probably be the Miami Heat. So just vice versa, swap out.
So we got the same playoff teams.
Yeah, same playoff teams, just different orders, but really just the same reason why you had the Miami Heat team as well. Uh, I feel like they not gonna be above 8 to me because they did get worse in a sense, losing Max Strus, losing Gabe Vincent, two key guys that you needed on that playoff run that you went on last season. Two guys who was probably the main contributors outside of Jimmy and Bam. Those two was those was your guys that you were looking for, and Caleb Martin that you were looking for you know to do all that. To lose those two guys, I think that's significant.
Mm-hmm.
But my ninth seed would be the Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls, they still got Zach LaVine, they still got DeMar DeRozan, two of the premier scorers in this league. Uh, both can average 24, 25 points a game. You get Andre Drummond. Uh, you just get a full season, full accusation. You get Kobe White taking a leap in role, and hopefully he can take a leap in production wise too, with his role increasing. I just think this nine perfect spot for the Chicago Bulls, man. I just can't see no other no I can't see no other team above them right now, but I can't see them above any other team right now. So eight, I think eight would be
You
where I
mean
would put.
9?
I mean nine, yeah, nine would be where I put them.
9, I got the Toronto Raptors, solidified, certified playing team. They did lose Fred Valet. I'm gonna miss Fred VanVleet, bro, in Toronto, but he is in Houston nowadays. They did get Dennis Schroeder, which he'll help defensively, offensively, not too much to talk about. But picking up Grady Dick in the draft, they probably could have went some other options. They probably should have went guard, but I understand why they did go versatile, big wing shooter. Because Scotty Barnes does have a history of playing point guard. He played point guard at Florida State in college. Kind of played point guard in high school before he played with Cade. So I think they're gonna move into that point Scotty
Roll.
role with the team. So I think Dennis Schroeder gonna be here for like just this season. But I think even for this season, I think Dennis Schroeder will be a good point guard for them. Not to put them over the top. They not gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna be a playing team. So they're gonna be damn near bottom feeders. But at this point, I think they'll be better than the bottom feeding teams
Mm-hmm.
under them. Just because their defense is gonna be elite with OG, with Scotty, Jakob Pertl, who was great for them last season, having Pascal, having Grady coming off the bench. You got Dennis Schroeder, who's a pet. This team is gonna be nice. This team is gonna be. You still got Gary Trent, who I ain't even mentioned, 3-and-D knockdown shooter. This team is gonna be nice compared to the bottom feeders. Compared to the rest of the next 4 or 5 teams I'm name, they're gonna be nice. My 10th seed, Chicago Bulls. I you can't. So it's basically the same guys who made it last year almost. The
Yeah,
Bulls, they was in the
different
play-in.
orders.
Yeah, because again, they didn't. I can't really have them under a team like the Magic, even though I want to. Is I want to, but that's hella projection because all them niggas just young.
We could say the Pistons.
That's heavy. That's a lot of projection too, though. They just so young, bro. If they were like because the Bulls, they got established guys. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like the only reason I said the Raptors and the Bulls, because shit, them niggas got guys.
Yeah, who been there? That's what I'm saying. Like exactly.
Paulo is
DeMar
a year,
DeRozan.
yeah. Paulo going into year 2. I'm sorry, Paulo. I fuck with you, but and I want to put him at. I wanted to put them at 9 or the Pistons. It's just unrealistic at this point of the stage of the NBA. Some teams gotta lose, and it's not gonna be the young team's not gonna be beating niggas who got experienced guys. I'm sorry, not every night, not
Yeah.
like that.
My 10. What we on 10?
10, yeah.
10. My 10. Who you just say yours was?
Bulls.
The Bulls. I had mine as I forgot who I had my 10 seed. I really want to say I'm gonna just say the Toronto Raptors as well too. Uh, losing Fred Van Vliet, Freddie Van Vliet. That's his that's a significant part of what they were trying to do over there with the Raptors. Also losing Nick Nurse. That's also a whole identity change right there too as well. You still got Scotty, you still got OG, you still got Pascal, you still got Jakob Pertl. So you still got pieces and stuff where you can build on, go on. You drafted Grady Dick. a floor spacer and all those things. I'm not gonna say Dennis Schroeder name. No disrespect to Dennis Schroeder, but I'm not finna bring you up in terms of talking about the Toronto Raptors. Uh, those are the main guys. Those are the guys who I feel like that's gonna do something. I got them as my 10th seed, my 11th, 12th, 13th. I'm just after that I got the Pistons, Magic. Uh, who else in the East?
Wizards, Hornets, and Nets. The last 3 teams.
Oh no. Wow, I'm disrespectful. Give me
My oh, you got yours?
yeah. Give me for my 10. Take out who I just take out the Raptors. Put in the Nets. Then the Raptors, Pistons, Hornets, Magic, Wizards.
Mine would be 11 Pistons, 12 Nets, 13th Magic, 14th. Shit, Wizards and Hornets, they gonna be the worst 2 teams. I'm just go.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna just go Hornets. 'Cause I fuck with LaMelo, but I do fuck with Jordan. I fuck with LaMelo, boy. Give me Hornets.
I think the Wizards would be worse solely off because you seen when Jordan Poole had that 41 and that nigga was
Denny Avdia. Yeah,
yeah.
fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. Putting your hands in there for it, bro.
You seen commentary
What commentary?
at when they were talking to each other on the bench.
Oh yeah, he looked at Jordan. Jordan Poole stand on business. What's
That
wrong
nigga
with this
said
dude?
I'm open. He said, "Nah, nigga, we good."
Yeah, bro, we good, bro. We
You see
don't,
Cools in the back,
bro, it's cool. At this point, man, you can't tell them niggas nothing walking around Washington, bro. I'm telling you.
but they just paid him too.
Not as much as
Not
Jordan.
as them, but I'm saying
That nigga, he do got M, but hey, 55 shit, 180 is different from 55.
Yeah.
That nigga gonna go in there and go band for
But
band
then
with him.
it's just crazy that they pay him $25 million a year for his type of production.
Who? Jordan Poole?
No,
Denny?
yeah.
No, he got 4 years, 50.
Yeah,
Like they really don't fuck with him.
what's that? 15?
Shit, something like that. Nah,
Close to
under,
roughly.
A little under. Cause 60 would be 15. Shit, they don't really fuck with him like that. They fuck with JP though. They are gonna be the worst. It's hard to watch that boy. Cause it's gonna be a lot of games where Jordan Poole is not getting off. It's gonna be a lot of games where Kyle Kuzma getting off, and that shit is gonna be the worst basketball you will see.
And it's funny.
But when they are on, that shit is gonna be. I'm gonna be in that bit front row every time Jordan Poole be going crazy.
And it's funny because they got the same characteristics, yes. So like they're gonna have a lot of games where it's gonna be hit and miss. Like those are 2 players you gotta take the good with the bad.
And that's why they so fucking good friends, because they don't care. They don't care. They know they finna be the worst team. Don't care.
Just taking shots, and
making money, taking shots.
Once I seen Jordan Poole say, "My legacy submitted with the ring," I know what type of time he coming on this season.
Man, Jordan Poole was a 2nd round draft pick. This motherfucker, this nigga got a ring. This nigga got paid, and I got my own team with another nigga who in the same situation as me. But they finna fuck off. Bilal Coulibaly, he finna have a terrible rookie season learning behind them niggas because they not finna get bread up all that at all. Yeah, no vets at all. Daniel Gafford, he over there. But
not a vet.
Well, he year 6, 7 for
not a vet. You gotta be at least 8.
No, I don't think so. I think 5 years is a vet. Doing anything for 5 years, that makes you a vet. If you worked at a job for 5 years, you're a veteran at that job. There's no question about that. If I play on the same team or playing the NBA for 5 years, and I'm playing, and we still going, I'm a vet.
You were in the NBA?
Yeah.
No.
5 years consecutive, and I'm playing, you're a vet. Daniel Gafford been playing for like, 7 years? And I think if you play 5 years in a row, not getting hurt and shit,
all right,
but like 5 years playing.
I come in 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. So at 24, I'm a vet.
Who in 20? Who got drafted in 2019? Let me see. I would say so. Cause shit, that's a long time.
To me, nobody in 2019 is considered a vet.
Who in 2019?
Whoever you finna look up.
Yeah, none of these niggas
are vets.
Yeah, Ja and them.
You have to. That's what I'm saying. You have to be at least 8 years to call yourself a vet. You got to put that time in the NBA.
Is Tatum a vet?
He on the cusp. He got 1 more year. He'd be a vet.
That's kind of disrespectful to these guys.
But you can say that with Tatum. Tatum actually put real hardcore hours in. A lot of guys can't say that. And he been in the league 6 years, 7 years?
Shit, John Morant can't.
Nah.
But John Morant done been through battles in that West. He done been through battles.
Hadn't seen past the 2nd round.
What that's supposed to mean?
He ain't seen that many battles. He only been to the playoffs twice.
That make you not a vet,
bro. How many? He been in the league what? 4 years?
5. 20. He was drafted in 19 with Zion.
Nah,
Bro, in 5 years, bro, he done went to the
not
playoffs
in
every
that.
time.
Not in that.
He
Not in.
done made to the playoffs every year.
Ooh,
Ja.
he played against the Jazz in that bubble year. That he beat y'all. He beat y'all. He beat the Timberwolves in last year. That's 3 years.
No. The Grizzlies made it every time since Ja been on it.
No,
Since
they
Ja been there.
haven't.
They beat us that first year in the
Mm-hmm.
bubble. They beat
That
us
one in the
that.
bubble. That was 2021.
They beat the Portland Trail Blazers.
When?
No, they lost to the Portland Trail Blazers, so they didn't
When?
make it in the bubble. Nigga, damn. In the bubble, they played each other. The Portland, it was a play-in. They lost that game, and then the Blazers got in. So they missed.
Bubble. It wasn't no playing in the bubble.
Yes, it was. Otis.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't no play-in.
In the bubble.
It wasn't no play-in.
No, it just got incorporated 2021.
They played each other.
Look it up.
They played each other. Let me see.
First round of Trailblazers played the Lakers and lost in 5 games.
Trailblazers played. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They played each other to get into the playoffs. Play-in.
I wasn't no play-in.
It was just a regular game.
Yeah, just like a one. Cause you remember that was the season they got cut off and they had to play like those qualifying games.
I still think I still would think that you could call him a vet just because he's been through a lot. Like you been through. If a rookie come in now, if Gigi Jackson come in, or if a young point guard come in and they see Ja Morant outside all the shit he been doing, or just a guy who been there for 5-6 years, bro, what nigga? You been here for 5-6 years at a high level. You made it to the playoffs. You done been against the greatest competition, held your own, played as great as them, and just the team not as good.
How long Tatum been in the league?
This going on year 8, 7,
Oh yeah,
9,
okay.
something like that. He was drafted 2 years before them, 3 years.
True vet. That's a vet.
That's why I asked you that.
Yeah, that's a vet.
7 years?
Yeah,
I think 5 years is. If you've been somewhere for 5 years, I think that makes you a vet. 5 years? That's a long time.
in basketball year, that's not.
In basketball years?
What year is this for Steph Curry? What 14?
15, I think.
15?
15,
What year is this for Klay Thompson?
14.
14? What year is this for Dame?
Nigga, I don't know.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like those are vets to me. Terry Rozier's and
Terry Rozier's a vet.
he a vet.
Terry Rozier.
9 years in league. That's a
So
vet.
Terry Rozier. So why my guy Ja can't?
He spent 5 years in the league.
I mean, you can learn a lot in 5. If you that good, bro,
You can learn a lot, but that just don't make you a vet. You still have a lot more to learn.
you do have a lot. You do have a lot more to learn coming in that young. But you got shit.
Cause like just because your situation don't make. Cause like with Jalen Green when he not close to a vet.
Yeah, I know he ain't nowhere near one.
And so if you would have went through the same steps to Josh, I still wouldn't count him as a vet. He got to put his hours in. Like the vets over there at the Rockets is Fred.
That's the only one.
Yeah, he don't. But you just need one, and that's a good one to have. Cause Fred, he been in the league 7+ years. He been on the championship team. He know the ins and out of the league. He know how to carry himself, be professional. We can't call Ja a vet if
I
he
don't
need
know
a
though.
vet.
I don't know though, because if you going for 5 years, that means you went through your rookie contract and you starting. That's starting. That's what I'm saying. At least 5 years. That means you starting your second contract, or that means you a year into your second contract.
Mm-hmm.
That means you ain't on that rookie shit no more. That means you been in here for a minute. So 5 years, I think Ja getting paid max money now. Nigga, you're a vet in our eyes. You're a vet. You're a vet. When motherfuckers walk around this building, you one of the most, you can tell somebody more than everybody else on this team. Jaren Jackson, same with him. I think if you've been that, I think it depends on the level of play, how you've been playing in the playoffs, how far you got. I understand they ain't made it past the second round, but I still classify Embiid as a vet. He ain't made it past the second round. I can't
He
take
been in
that
the
away.
league for more than 7 years.
I still classify. Let me see shit. I don't even know who would draft it, but damn, Otis. I just feel like if you play in 5 years, 6, 7,
Of course, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7. That's why I said 5 first, 6, 7. So starting with 5, if you playing 5, going on 6, going on 7, I think that makes you a vet. Especially playing basketball and being that. You got to be certain type of good because you can't be out the league. Yeah. So no disrespect to this guy I'm finna say, but Rashad McCants, who be on Gil's Arena, I won't classify him as the vet. He played for like 4 years in and out. Job been there 20.
Wait, time out. Of course he not a vet. He played 4 years. You can't classify nobody a vet
Why
in
you
four
stop me for
years.
that though?
Good. That's the whole argument. That's the point of what us
But
talking.
Job been playing for longer than 4 years. He's going on like year 6 for him.
Well, you said year 5.
Whichever one. 5 again, Otis. You ain't gotta be. We ain't gotta be semantic. You ain't gotta be semantic. You ain't gotta be just so to the T. 5 and 6 is 1 year apart. 5 and 6 is 1 year apart. You still not a part of that.
I say 7.
But I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying that to me, like how you to me, shit. If you in that second contract, bro, and you ain't in the first year of it, you in the second year. That means you got a few years. You finna get another one. How can I not classify you as a vet? You finna get another contract.
Jordan Poole a vet?
No, he only been in the league for what? This is 4th year.
This is second contract, right?
He in the first year of it. This is his first year getting paid in it. Next year, I could probably say that. He could tell a lot of rookies a lot. He done played on a championship team. Done been through a lot with that team.
So how can you call somebody else a vet if they need a vet themselves?
John need a vet?
Yeah.
That's why I was just gonna say, just cause like off the court, that's what I'm talking about in basketball terms, like just playing basketball. A young kid come up, like I said, take the off the court shit off. Just take what he doing off the court. We just talk about basketball and how long he's been playing, his track record on basketball. The Grizzlies draft a young kid coming in there. Pretty sure Ja will be the vet to that young point guard, cause shit.
Well, obviously.
Finna say, cause before he wasn't going into year 5, he was fucking a kid still.
Yeah, but
he going into this. I don't think we'll see Ja do that shit no more. He was just now getting that money, which I don't. He going into that second year. He was just now getting that money, pulling out guns and shit. He just now getting money. He had that money. He done been through all that. He made his dumbass mistakes and all that. Feel like he gonna make him for a better man. And then going forward, I think we can classify him as a vet because he's not going nowhere. He only getting older. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I kept saying 5, 6, 7 years. Starting with 5. Because if you on that 5th year, it's like, all right, we know about this guy. He been here. And we know he going to be here to stay. Like, this is just the off the court shit, which I just been kept the guns and all that shit. But if you weren't doing that,
finna be a vet next year.
Yeah, he's damn sure is. Who the Timberwolves just draft? I'm pretty sure the people who they just draft is probably gonna be Mike Conley first, just because he's the old man there.
That's a true vet.
Yeah, he a true vet. But I still think
Slow Mo.
Yeah,
that's a vet.
Would you rather ask Slow Mo for advice or Ant?
Bro, it depends what type of advice we getting from the vet. Like the vets is not just there because the best players don't always be the vets. Like be the best vets.
It don't.
Cause they be saying it'd be more like how to be a professional.
Yeah, but like you know, not the best player, but he been in the battles with the big 3, with LeBron, with before all that shit. He wasn't good a few years ago. He was old. Udonis Haslem. But I would rather ask Udon because when he was
you a vet though.
You ain't understanding. You never. Oh my god, shit. Would you rather ask Cal Anderson or Anthony Edwards for advice?
Cal Anderson.
Real?
He been there longer. What I'm gonna ask Ant just got here.
If you would rather
if I'm talking like, okay, Ant, help me out with this what if I'm watching film right here, tell me what I need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Ant. But it's like, okay, Slow Mo. You know what I'm saying? I've been having trouble, practice and all these, with my schedule doing all this. Hey, tell me what need to be doing on my free time. Nigga, I'm going to Slow Mo. He been here doing this, the ins and outs of the league. The landscape, he know how to go through routines to make him more comfortable.
I'm not saying he's not a vet. I feel you on that, but I'm just saying, I guess I'm just looking at it as like a young player, and I guess I shouldn't be looking at that. But like if I'm a young player,
and you just looking at whoever the better player is.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it on specific teams. Because I mean, whoever most of the times, if you're the best player, you're a vet on that team.
That's the problem with the league. That's the problem.
No, I don't know about that, but I do think in a few years, I'm not talking about this year. I do think Ant going into year 5 will be a vet.
Yeah,
like I said, I don't think you said. I just don't think you listening to what I'm saying.
I know I do it because you like I'm saying, but you how I'm comprehending what you saying is like like I said, you have to be the best player. So like in order, like your vet is thinking that I'm strictly talking about on court stuff, which is not like the case.
No, it's not. Because I know the other vets. I know Draymond, Steph, all these guys are vets. I know that's off court stuff. But that don't, cause I mean, Gilbert Arenas shit. When he was older, he was a terrible vet. He was doing the same shit Ja was doing when he had Nick Young as a rookie. He was in year 9, year 10. So it is, it's different perspectives of it. That's why I was like, you look at Udonis Haslam, perfect vet.
But
the guy who ain't gonna do nothing wrong. You can talk to him. He been in every situation. The reason I said slow mo or Ant, because if I'm on Timberwolves, I'm probably first person I'm probably gonna ask for advice. If I'm a young person coming up, probably Mike Conley. I'm talking to Mike.
yeah,
That's
me too.
I'm talking to Mike. Hey Mike, what I need to be doing? If Mike ain't feeling me, all right, cool. Next person I'm gonna go to probably on that team, probably Cat. Cat been there for a long time. He was their number one. Hey Cat, man, coach ain't fucking with me. What's going on? Why he ain't playing me? What I'm doing wrong, Cat? What's going on? They don't like me, bro. What I gotta do? Man, no, bro. You just gotta do X, Y, and Z. All right, cool. Get X, Y, and Z. All right, you a big. You can't text me. I'm going to Ant. Hey, Ant. Man, bro, I'm trying to get some playing time, bro. I know I should be playing with y'all. Man, let's work out together. I know I should be playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Cal Anderson, I'm not, no disrespect to him, because even a vet like Pat Bev, I ask her a question too. But I just don't think slow-mo in his career, he has been through a lot of, but he ain't really like done nothing to be like, ask him first.
He been in the league.
Yeah, I understand that. Which I just said that, but I just say y'all don't feel like he done anything.
This nigga, he said you gonna go up to Anthony Edwards like, yeah, I deserve to be playing with y'all. Can I work out with you? Like I said, that's on court stuff.
You went to the third person. Oh, I said Mike Conley first.
Cause I'm agreeing with you with Mike Conley, so I'm not gonna bring him up.
And then I went to Cat.
Cat been in the league his years.
And then I went to Anthony Edwards.
And that's who I have a problem with.
That's the third person. I'm talking to the oldest nigga on the team. I just said I'm going to the vet, the main vet. Just like with the fucking Heat. I'm going to Udonis. I'm gonna go to fucking whoever next. Probably Jimmy, and then I'm probably gonna go to fucking Bam. What the fuck? Bam been in the league for what? 5, going on 6? It's probably a 6th season. I'm going in that order. That's how I'm looking at it. That's why it's more than one vet on every team.
Yeah, it is.
It's way more. I just think the niggas who's not vets are the niggas who ain't been there for 5 fucking years. Cause you're new, nigga. You on a rookie contract. This nigga Jai's on his 2nd year of a max deal, a damn near a super max. Finna get another one. I can't cuss.
He not finna get no another one. It just kicked in this year.
He is finna get another one in a few years.
Yeah, 3-4 years.
God damn. Why do you gotta? Yeah.
Okay.
What was the point of saying that? He's finna get one though, right?
Yeah, in 3-4 years.
Not 4. In like 2 to 3. He's gonna get another one.
So how long? Years. So how long was this?
He got a 5-year.
Nigga just kicked in this year.
Nigga, he gonna get it extended. Every superstar get they extension the year before. They don't test free agency.
Okay, that's 4 years.
That's 2 years, Odie. What are you talking about? This is his 2nd year of that contract.
No, it just kicked in this year.
No, last year started. This is his 5th season. He played 3. You're a rookie. You get a 3-year deal. Then you get that 4th year, which is a team option. And then they signed this nigga.
Okay.
So what are we talking about?
Nigga, that's 4 years.
He came in 2019. He played 3 years. 2019, 2020,
got the max. Then you just said picked up the team option.
2022, 2023. We starting 2023, 2024 season now.
That's 1 season.
No, we got the 4 right here. He got the 3.
We talking about on the max deal.
Yes, Otis.
That's 1 year.
You just confusing me. What are we talking about?
Bro, you literally just said, bro, he got
2 years left of his max deal.
Yes, max deal just started last year. How?
Because this year it's his 2nd season.
It got 5 years, right?
And you get it renewed after the 4th. That's what I'm telling you.
So that's 3 years.
No, it's 2. This is the start of the 2nd. This is the start of the 2nd year of the max. He just started getting paid max money last season. He just started getting it last year. He started wilding with the money. This is the 2nd year of it.
Okay.
In 2 years, he's gonna get extended.
No,
in 2 years. No, in 2 years, he's gonna get extended.
No, hold
on.
So he's gonna play 3 years out his contract.
No, in 2 years, he's gonna get extended. That's what everybody does to get more money. He's gonna get extended.
So that's 3 years.
Where are you keep saying that?
Nigga, cause that is 3
What are you
years.
talking about though? Why
Nigga,
you keep
that he
saying it's 3 years?
nigga, cause it is. If this is his second year and he only got 2 more years, nigga, that's three
Second
years.
year. This is the second year. Third.
Nigga,
That's how
it just keep
you looking at
in.
it. No, that's how you looking at it. He got 2 years. He got 2 years. He got next year and the year after that. That's how I'm looking at it. Calendar years. Next year and the year after that, that summer of going after that year, he'll get paid. That's 2 years. 3 years in basketball years, but 2 years. And that's why we fucked up. Because the math in basketball years is different from actual math. So 4 years, he got paid 3 years with his rookie deal. Fourth year, he got paid that team option. He got paid last year. This is the second year starting of it. In 2 years, he's gonna get extended. They're gonna extend him for another 4 to 5 year contract, and then he's gonna be tied up again. So soon he's gonna get another max deal. That's what I'm saying when I say he can be considered as a vet. Because a rookie coming in or a sophomore, you're not getting that for another few years. And that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of vets. It's just different levels to being a vet, of course, which it is with everything. But I think when you've been there for 5 years at any job, any profession, you can call yourself a vet. I've been doing this shit for 5 years.
Okay. Open tonight. Lakers versus Nuggets, man. I got the Nuggets winning this game in a close ball game. You know, this is their ring ceremony. The Lakers, I think it's gonna be a good game. The Lakers say they've been wanting to get back. Nuggets been talking trash. I do think the Nuggets are a better team, a better regular season team. And I just think for them to be their first game and them to come out, you know, they looking to, you know, repeated champs and do things of that nature. I think this will be a good start of going up against the team you just beat to make it to the finals, and y'all been talking trash about them all season, all season. Now it's time to come back that up. I think that, you know, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, that duo, they gonna do what they do. Eric Gordon being the glue holder of this team. I like the Nuggets on opening night against the Lakers by 8.
I respect that. I got the Nuggets. I ain't got too much to say about it. I got the Nuggets. Next game, I got the Warriors over the Suns too. Give me the Warriors. Steph Curry with the shot. He coming out. He dropping 30. Chris Paul, hopefully he do something productive. Hopefully our defense can do anything. Our defense been looking weak. But we gonna win. We can't start off the season with a loss. You know, doing it the last few years. You can't do it this year. Ring season coming in. I got the Warriors by 4.
Heard that. I got the Suns. I just think we're a better team. Even though we playing against the Warriors at their home court. I thought we was playing at home. They are a better team playing at home, but I just think we just got the better roster, top to bottom. We got more guys that we can rely on. Uh, yeah, and I think that's what it's gonna come down to in the first regular season game. We just gonna overwhelm them, and I got us by 8 as well too. So yeah, them my picks. I got the Nuggets and Suns, both by 8, and he got the Nuggets and Warriors. And we out, man.